Ping i530 G730, and then a little bit of bonus footage at the end of the video for all you golf pervs. The Blueprint T, the smallest blade head I've ever seen in my life. But the video isn't about that. It is about the new launch of irons, specifically the i530 from Ping. And then we've got like the kind of chunky monkey G730, which we'll get some numbers with anyway. We're down at UK Golf Academy. We're going to put these through their paces, hit some shots, get some numbers, tell you what they're all about. First initial looks, pure. Like the look of that. It's got like a bit of milling on the back, kind of a contrasted matte finish to a little bit of stainless steel running through it. Ping irons, general rule of thumb, do always look pretty good. And what I like more than anything, people, and a lot of people will be happy to know this, they've got rid of that stupid notch that is always in Ping irons at the shaft. Stupid little notches that are in there that just ruin the look of every single club. Well, they've addressed that, they've got rid of it. Don't worry about that, it's because it's a demo head with the screw. That is just a pure looking iron. We've got some tungsten weighting in there that we'll talk about. We'll jump into the tech briefly. We know we're not a big tech talk type of channel. We're all about numbers, feel and data. So we're gonna go straight into it. I'm gonna jump onto the TrackMan, hit some with the i530, and then move on to the G730. Make sure you subscribe to our channel, like this video, share it with your friends, loads of golf content, reviews, course vlogs, laughs, jokes, friends, family. Let's get it. Right, boys, so i530, first initial thoughts at address. Medium-sized top line, but quite a long blade length from left to right. You always get more than standard offset on Ping irons, but I'm just gonna hit a few, 5 to 8, gather some data on this, go into the G730, is it called? G730, and tell you all you need to know about these Ping irons if you're in the market for some new irons. Let's hit some. Couldn't hit it any better. The nice thing about this review as well, everyone, is I've put my shafts that I use, the NS Nippon Pro Modus shafts in there at 105 flex, extra stiff, what I gain. So these would be very true to what would be in my golf bag. But let's look at some numbers. Class is in session. Right, so what we've got here, an average ball speed of 134 miles an hour. I don't know what that would stack up compared to what my normal 7-iron would be. I currently gain T100s. Don't know what the ball speed would be with my 7-iron, but 134, launch angle, again, that means nothing to me. These are the numbers that start to matter. A spin rate of 6,969. For those at home who aren't aware, the number on the club times it by 1,000, that is an optimal spin window for your club. 7-iron times by 1,000, 7,000. So a number there of 6,969 is exactly where we'd want it to be. Next one's of note, carry distance, 185 or 186 with a total distance of 192. That is my 7-iron number. What did I feel when hitting these? Well, like I said, longer from toe to heel in blade length, which is confidence inspiring when you're standing behind the golf ball. Ping always have like these more sort of like micro groovy looks rather than like deeper, wider grooves, which I actually think frames the ball a little bit better. Feel off the face, soft, not the softest irons I've ever hit, but it did feel soft off the face. It is a forged iron. Didn't feel like it come off hot. And the main thing is the dispersion there, no more than 10 yards offline of where I'd hitting it. That's 5 yards. So from 185 yards carry to be no further than 10 yards offline, and I haven't hit a ton of balls today, I've pretty much hit a few wedges and jumped in and hit these straight away, I would say is bloody good performing. Is it better performing than anything else on the market? I don't know, but they look great, they feel great, and they've performed pretty well. Now let's move on to something that I wouldn't play, but some of you might play at home. We've got the G730. Now these things are wham. These are absolutely huge. Now I'm gonna hazard a guess that these are strong lofted. So we're gonna see a bit of a difference in total distance and carry. We're gonna see a little bit of a difference in ball flight, just as a direct comparison. I'll put some overlays on the screen as well, but look at the size difference in those two golf clubs. Noticeable to say the least. It kind of is more looking like a 2 driving iron or a 3 driving iron behind the golf ball, but they're both 7-irons. So we've got a good data capture from the i530s. I'll jump into the tech at the end of the video. We'll quickly touch on that. But let's move into the G730s, which are the chunky monkeys that are going to help us, some of us, hopefully play a little bit better golf. Let's see how they perform. That is a big golf club behind the ball, ladies and gentlemen. Can't say I've reviewed a ton of game improvement irons over the last couple of years. I've done a few. I tried to sort of tend to steer clear of doing like the set stuff, like the stealth irons or the paradigm irons. But I thought I'd chuck this in the review because obviously the i530s aren't going to be for everyone's cup of tea. So let's just see how a little bit more game improvement, a little bit more help, a little bit stronger lofted, probably less spin, higher launch, all those type of things, how much easier they are actually to hit and how they perform. So let's just go 8 with them. I should hit the fairway, shouldn't I? I hit the fairway with 7 out of the 9 with the last club. So this should find the fairway more often. Sound of that though. That's the sound of them. I don't know if you can pick them up on the mic. The yardage is a joke as well. Don't even show you. I'm not hitting them. It sounds like I'm hitting them fat. Yeah. I'm not hitting them fat. Okay. Class resumed. So G730, everyone. We've seen a just under 5 mile an hour jump in ball speed. Spin rate, surprisingly, now this has surprised me, spin rate has stayed at a pretty good number for a 7-iron. It stayed at 6,000, well not pretty good, very good. What am I talking about? It's within 40 revs difference of the i530, which you would think that you probably wouldn't see with a more game improvement set iron. I need to check the lofts of these. We see quite a noticeable jump in average carry up to 193 yards. A couple of them were carrying over 200 yards, 201 yards, which is a little bit excessive for a 7-iron, but if it's something that you're looking for to add a little bit of distance into your game while sort of maintaining the forgiveness, something like this is going to be your bag. Total yardage of 200 yards, 199 yards, 0.5. Face angle, swing plane. My swing looks like crap, so we haven't got to go into that, but as you'd expect, more forgiving, a little bit higher launch, probably about, I think it was about 10 foot higher launch. Further, easier to hit, but the elephant in the room, which you heard me mention when I was hitting them shots, is they sound, Westy, how bad?
It was a literal elephant in the room.
Yeah, it would. They sound, as far as like irons I've probably hit, sorry Ping, you know I'm an advocate for your brand. As far as it goes, for me, clubs that I've tested over probably the last 3 years since the channel started, that's got to be up there with the worst sounding iron. I thought I fatted the first shot. If feel and sound is a big thing, then the sound of these irons is going to be a little bit, take a bit of getting used to, because they don't sound good. They sound quite bad. But yeah, there's the numbers, you've got them all there. As to be expected, it's no secret how they were going to perform, but it's just good to check it. I'll talk through the tech of both of these, and then you can go make your mind up by coming down to UK Golf Academy and getting fit for these, see if you're interested in them. The i530s are pure, and then I'll round out the video for all of you that have stayed long enough to watch it, in real ones at home. I'll put the blueprint head in there because that thing is about that big, and I'll hit a few shots with that because that's part of the family. It released earlier this year. These have come out within the last 5 days. We'll hit a few with the blueprints. For the real flushers out there looking for, I don't know why you'd game them, but we'll hit a few anyway. Right, so tech-wise, let's just quickly bash through this so you know what you're getting. Starting with the i530s, they have a forged face and they're a hollow body design. What's nice about that hollow body design is they don't actually look like hollow body designs. They don't look that 245 Mizuno or that P770. They look more of like a one-piece build, I would say. Confidence inspiring, I mentioned that. Ping said it on their website, I said the same thing. Long blade length from right to left. More grooves, more spin. I also mentioned the grooves. This is the first time I'm looking at this data. More grooves, Westy, thinner, more spin. I'm getting good at this, and I'm starting to notice things from the manufacturers. Tungsten toe. I said about tungsten toe. You know.
You're Mr. Ping.
I said about the tungsten toe going through. Back to the G730, that is the chunky monkey. That is the help game improvement forgiveness irons. It has a flexing face, this one. Hyper 17.4 stainless steel. Shut up with this stuff, heat training. They thin the face, optimize the overall structure to increase flexing and help lower the CG, delivering higher launch shots. I did see higher launch compared to the i530s, but it wasn't as much. It looked like it in the ball flight, but then TrackMan said it was only about 10 feet. So it did launch a little bit higher, and you'll see some ball speed gains, of course. Don't be sold into the ball speed gains being because of the technology though, please guys. The ball speed gains are because of the lofts are being stronger. That is it, okay? Powerful sound. Powerful sound they've got on there. I mentioned about the sound. Doesn't sound powerful, it sounds awful, but it performed really well. As you can see from that group in there, if Westy just joins in, that is 7 to 8 yard draws straight back onto the target line from about 200 yards. So they done what they said on the tin. Finally, let's round this video out. I'm gonna hit these bad boys. You stay there. That's pure though, innit? That is a good looking iron. 5 balls tops. So lads, everything I said about the G730, cut it in half for the i530s, and everything I said for the i530s, cut it in half again for the blueprints. They are absolutely flipping tiny behind the ball. Tiny from toe to heel, tiny from top to bottom. Yeah, find the middle of these and I'm sure they feel great. Don't find the middle of these and you'll probably air shot it. That's where we are with it.
Check it out.
If they feel pure, that just feels flushed. But I'm not recommending you go buy them. I can't do it to you. 4 more. Oh. Oh. Yeah, so good. Class adjourned. So, 133 mile an hour ball speed. Look at that for, I know the others are close as well, but 7-iron, 7,000 revs of spin, yeah. Shut up, West. That's what you get when you play a true blade. You get the most precise spin numbers. You get really accurate for what would be for me a good 7-iron, 183, 190 total, 7-iron numbers, traditionally lofted. You get ball speed, which I don't know. You just get goodness from these. Find the middle and you're rewarded for it. Don't find the middle and you're punished for it. If that's the type of golf that you boys want to play at home, then have a look at the blueprints. Hit good shots, be rewarded. Hit bad shots, made look silly. But when they come off of the face, honestly, it's up there with some of the better feeling forged blades on the market. I hope you've enjoyed this review. That has been the G730s, the G530s, and the Blueprint S's, I believe. T. We're the Golf Supply. You're a bunch of legends. Make sure you subscribe to our channel, and we'll see you in the next review, guys. Love it.